We checked out of our hotel, but we are going to be making our way to Krakow. But before that, we have not been to one of the museums, so we're going to go to that first. Even before we go in, what's striking is that there's parking available everywhere. Something that may change over time, but for now, parking is extremely convenient and very affordable. We even got to the Museum of Polish Uprising, but this time we were beaten by lack of parking, even though always there's loads of parking available, even in the city center, but around there's a lack of parking. So now we're going to go to see the Friendship Village, which our guide in the Palace of Culture and Science mentioned. Go and see the village. Our guide had mentioned that there was a village created for people who came to build the Palace of Culture and Science from Soviet Union, and this village was specially built for them to live in because they came with all their families, not on their own. So the builders and their families lived in these houses, but these houses are now being used by the military university, so we can't really go any closer to see them. There's a sign here saying no entry, keep out, and all that kind of thing. We just head off to Krakow now. Very clean petrol pumps in Poland. And they provide you with gloves and tissue paper, and a Western style shop with McDonald's and burger place. Saw a sign for a designer outlet. It's a Warsaw designer outlet, so we've taken a little detour. The building looks really pretty, so I hope it's worthwhile going in there and taking the extra detour. But we did manage to see a lot of Warsaw's outskirts, which we wouldn't have seen. Very pretty farms and construction sites, construction buildings, and all sorts. But it was very pretty. Yeah, so let's go in and see if it was worthwhile stopping in. The toilets are so clean and smell so fresh. This is the scene on the wall of Warsaw Suspension Bridge. Their subway has a few different options than what we get at home. Sub of the day, $8.95. And they have a Thai place with lots of salad and greens and stuff, and you buy by weight. You pick up whatever you want, and then you pay according to how much you've taken. It's about £10 a kilo. There is a cart too, it's like a Polish place. But this one has loads of salad stuff as well. Yeah, very nice. We walked through the whole outlet and we worked up an appetite. There aren't any reduced items as such, like it should be in an outlet. And the best part of the outlet is probably the food court. So we're going to just get some food now. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
12.36.
Let's chalk this stop down to experience our experience, and you don't have to come out. The prices in the shops weren't outlet prices, not like American style. It looks like American style, but the prices aren't, and the food wasn't anything amazing either. Each plate with very little food cost about £2 each. Off we go to Krakow again. Every road trip needs some snack. Before we set up for the road trip, we forgot to pick up some snacks, and this trip we've been very good. We haven't had any crisps or anything at all, so now we're just popping into Lidl to pick something up. I have no idea which town we're in, but it's got very pretty houses and quite a bit of development. Quite a few Lidls around in this town as well. There's a fitness place. And there's a vegetable stall that seems to be quite popular with the locals. Everybody's queuing up. There was a little bit of a queue a little while ago to buy things from him, which is quite surprising, especially that's right in front of Lidl. The houses here are designed as if they are on an alpine city in France. Very pretty. We've made it to where our apartment's supposed to be after a very long travel day, and we were greeted by a few dogs fighting, so it isn't filling us with confidence and it doesn't feel like a very safe area. We're trying to gain access to the apartment right now. This time we knew we had the booking, but even though there's loads of parking spaces inside the barrier in the apartment complex's parking, we can't park inside, and the outside area feels very unsafe. And it seems like all the owners have dogs, so it's going to be quite noisy. That's the box. There's supposed to be a key in here. Oh, I found the key. We are in. It's got a washing machine, a shower, toilet. Looks like it's been cleaned up, and there's a paper saying that somebody's cleaned it. It's clean, like everything else in Poland. We're going to find the bed very small here. And soft. That's the one reason we do try to avoid renting private apartments, because we can never be sure of the quality of bed, and this bed is pretty small. Some shelves, some Chest of drawers. Because there weren't enough cupboards, they've put one extra in the corridor. This is the kitchen units. Small fridge. Lots of cleaning stuff. We are on the top floor. There's loads of new development going on all over Krakow, including here. There's loads of building already built. Seems to be people living in some of them. We can park our car somewhere along the road here. Supermarket, convenience store. There's the train. There's a few little bugs flying around, fruit flies and stuff, and they have an ingenious solution for it. The flies going attracted by the sweet stuff in the truck. They also sell sunflower heads, I guess for the seed. Loads of bread. They do have some prepared salad options for 4 zloty, which is just under £1. Going to find us our tea and coffee from the bags. Have some coffee with some of the bread and some fruit that we bought. And we'll see you in the morning. We'll go to Krakow town center. Good night. Of our hotel, we're going to be making our way to Riga. But before we're going, we've checked out of our hotel. Thank you. We've checked out of our hotel, but we're going to be making our way to Krakow.